Hello, welcome to today's podcast. Today I'm going to take a little risk and I'm going to ask my husband and also you, the viewer, you need to tell us, or you are going to tell me, because it's not only him I'm asking this question. I've been going out throughout this week, I've been bumping into questions, stories that men are polygamous in nature. Hey, go to this place. The other day I went to the bank. Come on, you see how these ladies were just talking about it. So I said, let me just bring it to our notice and invite my husband. This is my husband, and to hear his own side of the story. Why are men, please, please, why are men polygamous in nature?
Okay, men polygamous in nature. Well, I would rather say that every man has a tendency to be polygamous. It's like they say there are two sides to every coin. And I believe there are reasons why you may tend to see people polygamous. But if I want to look at it from my own perspective, I would like us to look at it across different strata of generations. In the days of our fathers, I would say, for example, there were different motivations why people were marrying more than one wife. Then we know that many men, from their environment, they had many estates to take care of. I know I grew up to see my grandfather that lived more than 100 years. He was a man of one wife. But even in his own time, the old people I met when my grandfather was alive had many wives, even in my small village. And I asked my grandfather this same question they were asking me. How? Why are you only one wife and I'm seeing all your friends? He said, well, it's a decision for individuals to make. For him, he also said what I'm going to say now, that some of those men grew up to have many farmland, for example, that their fathers had handed down to them. And they needed people to cultivate. And one of the labor they have, well, I don't want to use the word labor, one of the reasons was to marry many wives that will give them more children, that if they go to farm, they can finish their job on time and come back. So that was the order of the day then. Today, in this our generation, I am sure some of us, most of us that are even born in the township, they don't know the road to their village. So if they are marrying many wives, are they marrying it because of they have farmland to cultivate? No. So there will be different reasons why they may be marrying different wives in today's generation. We have just finished the days of our fathers and grandfathers.
Okay.
So in our own generation, what could be? I can only speculate. I think, for example, infidelity could be one of the reasons.
Yeah.
If a man, for whatever reason, discovered that his wife had an affair with other men, he might decide to take it out on the woman with a different kettle of fish. He can say, okay, I will marry another woman. If he doesn't want to send the woman packing. It could be so many other reasons. Yeah, it could also be a matter of discipline. I don't want to say people that marry more than one wife, they're not disciplined. It's a choice everybody will want to make.
Okay.
So, my wife, men being polygamous in nature is it's not a one-way traffic. Yeah, it's a choice. Yeah. So it could also be the character of the woman they married. Even though there will not be a reason, depending on where you're coming from. If you're married, you're married. After all, I believe the word of what's his name? This popular preacher from Jamaica. Is it Monroe? That says that God will never give any man a finished product. And your wife is like the unfinished product that God has given you.
That was where sorry, let me come in. When you talk about character, that was where I wanted to come in. Okay. That bringing this popular preacher Moron, it was like that talk about that God can never give you a unfinished product. So you marrying a finished product. Thank you. That you marrying that woman, you got to mold her, make her the person you want her to be, teach her, and then see your wife is your representative. Your wife represents you out there. So if you cannot, if you say because of the character of that woman that make you to go, that make the woman, I mean the man, to go and flex outside, that is where I am coming. Why should that be? That mean, I don't understand that.
No, it's like every other thing now. So different people will react to things in a different way. Character is critical. Character is the base of everything we do. Some people that even had the privilege of having courtship may not have displayed their real character when they were courting. So you end up getting into marriage and seeing something different. And it could be either ways. It could be the man that was not genuine. It could also be the woman. So the maturity level is different. One might be able to have patience and work. And when you say worked on the woman to change her, there are many ideologies that tell us that we cannot change anybody unless they are willing to change.
Let me come in there. I have stories that says, during the process of courtship, it is that time you will now, know this woman or know this man. And then you start drawing a plan. And then you bring your plan for both of you. If she agree on those plans, and then you can work with it. But if she doesn't agree, then why then will you still forge ahead in marrying her when she does not agree on that plan? Or does it mean some men don't draw a plan before going into marriage, and then going inside the marriage, they will now discover that this woman is not their spec. They will now see their spec outside. Is that they don't really have a plan before getting into marriage? Because I think marriage, before any man will say, okay, I am big enough to get my own responsibility, to take my own responsibility, there are some certain things he need to put in place, or he need to plan. This is the kind of woman I want to marry. This is the kind of career, or this is in the next 5 years, this is where we should go. And then when you see that woman, you approach the woman and say, okay, this is what I bring. Can we work with this? If the woman doesn't accept, then what do? You back out, or will you still enter, and then at the end you still go into?
I totally, see what you're saying, but then what I can also say is that you should not forget that marriage on its own is not a destination. Marriage is a journey. For people, for example, that were smart enough, well informed to go through that process, which is the right thing to do, have a vision. The man is like a visionary, and he needs a helper, which is the wife, that will help him achieve his vision. But he has to map out the mission. How is he going to achieve his vision? If he is well versed to have done that at the beginning, and he sees a helper in the form of a spouse that is ready to follow, even agreeing at the beginning does not mean they will work together till the end. So that's why I said it's not even a destination. So even when somebody agrees with you at the beginning, along the line they can change their mind, which could still lead to what we are saying now. So, but there are people that may not even have done that. Maybe because of the infatuation that they have with the woman, they just want to run into it and get married. Some were not even mature enough to know what it takes, and it could also be the women. You understand? So these are things that are very wide and robust. So, but we should not also forget men are physical beings. They are easily attracted to what they see. Yeah, you could thought you have seen what you are looking for today. And that's why they say the beautiful ones are not yet born. So maybe some men fell into that trap. They saw one and they felt it was a beautiful one. And after a few days or weeks or years, they saw another one and they said, wow, did I not make a mistake? You understand? So that's where the place of discipline and information and what do you really want in life comes in. So men being polygamous in nature is controversial. You understand? Yeah. Some people will say that is true, some people will say it is not true. But I know that even when you are not polygamous in nature, you could be pushed by whatever comes your way. It could be your ignorance that is pushing you. It could be your choice that is pushing you. So for me, I believe one should stay true to themselves.
Okay, that is the advice, your own little advice. But you, the viewers, please, I would like you to leave your own comment, your own contribution in the comment section. tell me or tell us, why do you think men are polygamous in nature? Please, I am waiting. Please, what in your own advice to the men out there, what do you think? Should they go ahead and be polygamous, or should they be mindful, or should they, what do you think?
Yeah, well, I would say that we the men, we should look before we leap. Make sure first of all that you pick the person that is going to support your vision, as I've said before. And even after you have picked, know that it's not the destination. You need to keep on working. What was it that attracted you both at the beginning? You have to keep doing those things. Is it that the first few days, weeks, months when you were cutting, you were taking her out? Whatever you were doing, you have to make sure you create time, because I know challenges will come. When children begin to come, so many things are vying for the small resources that you have. I mean, now you have two families, both your wife's side and your side, and extended, and you have to take care. Sometimes it's because of resources that we cut down on things. But as much as we need to cut down, we need to remember our first love. How did we get to where we are? And make sure we intentionally try to do those things. If we see things that are not going well with our wives, I think the first thing to do is communication. Sit the person down, discuss it. What are those things that you're seeing that is changing? Hopefully the woman will be receptive, and you also have to learn a way that you're going to bring it across to her. So if you present it well and you can discuss, I believe the bulk of the challenges that lead to divorce or that make men to say, let me go for somebody else that may listen to me, we can achieve them by talking it out. That's what I would say.
Thank you.